Good morning, I am Aprila Ghising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Air pollution from old vehicles rises nationwide as outdated high-emission vehicles remain in use. Despite a Supreme Court order to enforce scrapping guidelines, government takes no action. Business persons believe that America's new tax policy presents an opportunity for Nepal, argue that reducing production costs could help increase exports and reduce trade deficit. Demonstrations in over 1,000 locations express opposition to U.S. President Donald Trump's policies. Demonstrators denounce his handling of economic, social and foreign approaches. And Rajasthan Royals defeat Punjab Kings by 50 runs. Punjab's unbeaten streak comes to an end in the ongoing Indian Premier League. The Supreme Court ordered the government to enforce guidelines, but a year later, no action has been taken. As a result, many old vehicles remain on the road and there's no system to manage abandoned or seized vehicles. The government has failed to establish regulations for checking engine performance and managing pollution-causing vehicles. In the Nepali year of 2058, it decided to remove vehicles older than 20 years from Kathmandu, and in 2072 BS, it mandated scrapping of public passenger vehicles after 20 years. However, legal challenges delayed implementation. The Supreme Court ordered the government to create guidelines last year, but no progress has been made.
सङ्घले एउटा समयमै मापदण्ड ल्याउन नसक्दाखेरिको प्रतिफल हो जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ। त्यसकारणले अहिले हामीले चाहिँ एउटा सङ्घीय मापदण्ड हुनुपर्छ भनेर उच्च हाम्रो जुन प्राविधिकहरू हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ प्राविधिकहरू सदस्य रहने गरी एउटा समिति बनाएका छौं। त्यो समितिले चाहिँ अदालतका फैसलाहरू त्यसपछि गएर स्क्रैप सम्बन्धी बागमती मात्रै होइन कि हाम्रो विदेशका प्र्याक्टिसहरू के छन्, अब हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ भनेर केन्द्रीय मापदण्ड बनाउनको लागि तयारी गरिरहेको छ, काम गरिरहेको छ।
7 people die in traffic accidents every day, many involving old vehicles that also contribute significantly to air pollution. The government has not created a framework to manage these vehicles. Abandoned and seized vehicles are accumulating at traffic offices with nearly 2,000 stored in Kapan. Legal issues prevent their auction, leading to lost revenue and negative impacts on urban aesthetics. While the government is studying how to manage old government vehicles, it has shown little concern for public and private vehicle management, compromising passenger safety. Now, in our Public Voice segment, we have asked in several provinces how can vehicles that have broken down can be managed that are contributing to environmental pollution. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
अचेल त इलेक्ट्रिक चलाएको छ त्यो चाहिँ बढी प्रोत्साहन दिने।
गाडीको कन्डिसन पोल्युसन कति त्यसले चाहिँ पोल्युसनलाई असर गरेको छ, वातावरणलाई कति असर गरेछ भन्ने चेक गर्ने एउटा मापदण्ड चाहिँ नेपाल सरकारले जति सक्दो चाँडो चाहिँ नै त्यो उपलब्ध गराउनु पर्छ।
नियमित चेक जाँच हुनुपर्छ र राज्यले यसको चाहिँ व्यवस्था मिलाउनु पर्छ।
मेन्टेनेन्सहरु त्यसमा अलि बेला बेलामा गर्नु पर्यो।
20 वर्ष भन्दा बढी भएका पुराना गाडीहरुलाई चाहिँ अनुमति नदिने, इजाजत नदिने, रोडमा कुद्न नदिने।
टाइममा जम्मे गाडीको पुरा सर्भिसिङ यिनीहरु यात्रु लिएर हिँड्ने जम्मे गर्नै पर्यो नि, मिलाउनु हेर्नु पर्यो बेला बेला टाइममा। 22%
बढी गरिरहेका गाडीहरु छन्, त्यसलाई विस्थापित गर्नलाई नयाँ गाडीहरु ल्याउँदाखेरि भन्सारमा छुट दिने।
वातावरण चाहिँ प्रदूषित नहोस् भनेर त्यही खालको गाडीहरु चलाउनु पर्दछ।
वर्षा छुट गरेर यहाँ गाडीहरु भित्रै पनि पुराना गाडीहरु विस्थापित गर्न सकिन्छ।
ठुलो मैलो हरेक भइरहेको छ, अलिकति नगरपालिकाले हल्का यसलाई पनि के गर्दिनु पा हामी पनि खुसी हुन्थ्यौ।
मेची महाकाली हाइवे छ नि, त्यसलाई ट्रली बस, ट्रली मालवाहक सवारी साधनको रूपमा प्रयोग गर्यो भने
अनुदानको व्यवस्था गरेर पुराना थोत्रा गाडीहरुलाई घटाएर र आधुनिक प्रविधिबाट सञ्चालन भएका गाडीहरुलाई भित्र्याउनु पर्छ।
It is time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. Here's today's question. What can be done immediately to reduce pollution? Your options are A. Control fire, B. Implement odd-even rule in traffic, or C. Raise awareness. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Now, experts and business professionals have stated that the new tax policy introduced by the United States, which is Nepal's fourth largest trading partner, has opened up new opportunities for trade for developing countries like Nepal. The US has imposed a minimum import tax of 10%, which could benefit Nepal as it competes with other countries in exports. However, reducing production costs in Nepal remains a significant challenge to fully capitalize on this opportunity. The US government has set a 10% customs duty on goods exported from Nepal, while neighboring countries like India face a 26% duty and China is subjected to a 34% duty. Experts believe that Nepal can benefit from this favorable tax rate if it can lower its production costs.
यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले फाइदा लिनुपर्छ भन्ने किसिमबाट गभर्नमेन्टले पनि त्यही किसिमबाट पोलिसीमा गर्नु पर्यो प्रोएक्टिभली फेसिलिटेट गर्नु पर्यो प्राइभेट सेक्टरलाई त्यो हो भने चाहिँ के हुन सक्छ भने बिस्तारै त्यो चाहिँ मार्केट हामीले गर्न सक्छौं हैन त्यो अपर्च्युनिटी क्रिएट भए अनुसार चाहिँ अब त्यो आफ्नो यो उहरु चाहिँ त्यहाँ भनौं एक किसिमले मार्केटिङ पनि गर्न सक्नु पर्यो सामानको हैन आफूले आफ्नो प्रोडक्सनको त्यहाँ सामान त्यही ट्रेडिसनल उनीहरुले पहिला गइरहेको मार्केटले मात्र पुगेन अरु मार्केट पनि हेर्नु पर्यो दैट इज वन पार्ट
Nepal already exports products such as pet food, carpets and handicrafts to the US. During the last fiscal year, Nepal imported goods worth 19.49 billion Nepali rupees, while exports stood at 17.31 billion rupees. Despite high demand for indigenous products in global markets, Nepal has yet to realize their full export potential. Nepal has been benefiting from a zero-duty facility on 77 items from the US after the earthquake, but this facility is set to expire soon. However, businesses believe that if the government facilitates the process, Nepal can still benefit more than neighboring countries due to the relatively lower tax rates. Not only the US, but more than 25 European countries have also granted Nepal zero-duty privileges. Efforts are underway to extend this facility until 2029. However, experts suggest that Nepal should focus on maintaining international standards for its products to meet global market demands.
हिजो पो अरु कन्ट्रीजहरुले पनि त्यही ट्यारिफमा पाएको थियो र हामीले कम्पिटिसन गर्न सकेका थिएनौं अब उनीहरुको ट्यारिफ त बढ्यो नि उनीहरुको ट्यारिफ बढ्ने बित्तिकै त हामी ट्यारिफ बढे पनि भनौं न हिजो 10 रुपैयाँमा बेच्ने चीजलाई चाहिँ नि अहिले 12 रुपैयाँमा बेच्न पर्यो भने पनि अरूले हिजो 10 रुपैयाँ चीज बेच्ने चीजलाई 15 रुपैयाँ गर्नु पर्यो उनीहरुले अहिलेको नयाँ ट्यारिफको कारणले गर्दाखेरि भने त्यो त हाम्रो लागि त अझै पनि प्लसै चाहिँ छ
Nepal currently faces an annual trade deficit of around 1.45 trillion Nepali rupees, with exports amounting to just around 150 billion Nepali rupees. By leveraging the relatively low tax rates compared to other competing countries, Nepal can increase exports and reduce its trade deficit. The Nepal Teachers Federation has announced a nationwide educational strike starting from Monday. The strike aims to strengthen the ongoing protest by teachers in Kathmandu. The federation has called for all schools across the country to close and for teachers and staff to mandatorily participate in the educational street protest in Kathmandu. The federation has been protesting continuously, demanding the enactment of the Education Act. Despite formal calls for dialogue from the government, the federation has refused to engage in negotiations and has continued its street protests in Kathmandu since Wednesday. As a result of the ongoing protests, educational activities in schools, including the examination of SEE answer sheets, have been disrupted. The Ministry of Education has made public appeals and written requests for talks, but the Federation has rejected them. With the strike continuing, the testing of SEE answer sheets may be delayed. Additionally, the Federation has urged all teachers not to engage in any educational activities during this period, including the testing of answer sheets, resulting publication, training workshops, seminars, and educational tours. Now, Hindu devotees are celebrating the festival of Ram Navami across the country by worshipping Lord Ramchandra. According to religious belief, offering prayers and meditating on this festival fulfills one's heartfelt wishes. Special celebrations are taking place in Janakpur and Ayodhya, where Ram Leela performances are being staged to mark the occasion. Temples dedicated to Lord Ram are witnessing large gatherings of devotees as people come together to celebrate the triumph of good over evil. Thousands of devotees from across Nepal and India have gathered at the Ram Janaki Temple, Janakpur, to participate in the festivities and the Grand Fair. To honor the significant religious event, the government has declared today a public holiday. 2 people have lost their lives in a jeep accident that occurred early this morning in Malarani Rural Municipality, Ward Number 4, Agrakhachi. The incident took place around 3:30 a.m. when a jeep heading from Malarani to Khanda went out of control and plunged approximately 250 meters off the road. Among the 4 people on board, 2 died during treatment. One of the deceased has been identified as 22-year-old Dilip Khanal, the driver and a resident of Malarani. According to the district hospital in Agrakhachi, the other victim is 21-year-old passenger Balkrishna Rizal. District Police Inspector Jagannath Marasini confirmed that the remaining 2 injured have been referred to Butwal for further treatment. Now moving on, the frenzy to create Ghibli-style AI art using ChatGPT's image generation tool led to a record surge in users for OpenAI's chatbot last week, straining its servers and temporarily limiting the feature's usage. However, some artists express frustration that AI-generated works often go viral, overshadowing real handcrafted magic. Last week, a new digital trend swept across social media: AI-generated portraits styled after Studio Ghibli's iconic hand-drawn animation. Millions of users embraced the technology, including major institutions. Both the Embassy of India in Israel and the Embassy of Israel in India shared AI-generated portraits of Prime Ministers Narendra Modi and Benjamin Netanyahu. While the trend has boosted AI platform users, it has also sparked debate. Artists and animators argue that Ghibli's magic lies in its meticulous hand-drawn craftsmanship, something they believe AI cannot replicate.
हाम्रो एउटा के बानी भइसक्यो भन्दा इमेजेस देख्ने भिजुअल्स देख्ने बित्तिकै वी आर अट्र्याक्टेड विदाउट कसले बनायो, कसले खिच्यो, कसले लेख्यो, यसको बारेमा कहाँबाट आयो, यो कुराहरू कुन कन्टेक्स्टमा छ, त्यो चाहिँ क्रिटिकल्ली हेर्न थालौँ भन्छु म चाहिँ। यो कसले बनाइरहेछ, यो बनाउने मान्छेहरूले पहिला कस्तो काम गर्थ्यो, पछि के गरिरहेछ, अहिले किन यस्तो गरिरहेछ, त्यो कुराहरू खोज्न नि मजा आउँछ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई आर्टमा। त्यसरी काम हामीले यदि आर्टलाई एप्रिसिएट गर्न थाल्यो भने चाहिँ अरू एक्सटर्नल इन्टरभेन्सन खासै फरक पर्दैन।
To understand the appeal of this AI trend, it is important to recognize the legacy of Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli. Founded in 1985 by Miyazaki and Isao Takahata, the studio's name comes from the Caproni CA-309 Ghibli, an aircraft used in North Africa from 1937 to 1943, with Ghibli referring to a live-in desert symbolizing a fresh breeze in animation. Known for hand-drawn animation and deep storytelling, Ghibli's films like Spirited Away, Ponyo, Grave of the Fireflies, among others, have left a lasting impact.
जो मान्छेले आर्ट बुझिरहेको हुन्छ उनले चाहिँ मेरो मसँगैबाट लिन्छ होला अथवा मेरो एफर्ट बुझेको हुन्छ, मेरो आर्टिस्टिक जर्नी बुझेको हुन्छ। सकेसम्म चाहिँ आर्टिस्टसँग पनि कुरा गर्नु, हजुरको कतिवटा कुरा हजुरले आर्ट नबुझेको नि हुन सक्छ अथवा हजुरले मिसइन्टरप्रेट गरेको नि हुन सक्छ। त्यही भएर आर्टिस्टको कुरा बुझ्नु भयो भने अलि राम्रो हुन्छ होला।
Some artists express frustration that AI-generated works often go viral, overshadowing real, handcrafted art. Many say their efforts go unrecognized as audiences may struggle to distinguish between AI creations and traditional artwork. Digital artist Noyo emphasizes that AI sometimes discredits genuine artists and diminishes their hard work.
AI itself is not bad, it's just a program. अनि अब AI को राम्रै मान्छेहरूले राम्रै नियतले युज गर्यो भने it's going to be a great help. तर अब जब मान्छेले वर्षौं वर्ष लाएर एउटा स्किल होन गर्न खोजेको हुन्छ, अब दिनभरि दिन-रात डेस्कमा घोप्टेर यस्तो रिस दुख्ने गरी प्र्याक्टिस गरिरा हुन्छ। ड्राइङ गर्न मात्रै प्र्याक्टिस गरेर हैन, लाइटिङ हुन्छ, त्यसमा कम्पोजिसन हुन्छ, अनि भ्याल्युज हुन्छ, त्यो सबै प्र्याक्टिस गरेर हुन्छ के। अनि जब AI आउँछ अनि एउटा सिम्पल प्रम्प्टले एकैछिनमा बनाइदिन्छ, लाइक इट इज भेरी इन्सल्टिङ भनौँ न। यो चोरी गर्नु, अर्काको अब कोहीले त कपी गर्नु हैन, गुगल इमेजेसलाई डिटो कपी गर्नु, ट्रेसिङ गर्नु, अनि अब लिटरली फोटो नै डाउनलोड गरेर आफ्नो पेजमा हाल्नु, त्यस्तो पहिल्यैदेखि आइरहेको हो। इट्स नट अ न्यू थिङ होइन। अहिले यो एआईले गर्दाखेरि झन् एम्पावर्ड भइरहेछ क्या उनीहरूलाई झन् सजिलो भइरहेछ क्या। लाइक देयर इज दिस गाई हु युजेस आई थिङ्क मिड जर्नी आर्ट अनि नेपाली सेलिब्रिटिजहरूको फोटोहरू युज गरेर यस्तो कम्पोजिट गरेर हि पोस्ट इट के, अनि त्यसबाट चाहिँ हि गेट्स अब थाउजन्ड्स अफ लाइक्स होइन, थाउजन्ड्स अफ फलोवर्स, अनि सेलिब्रिटिजहरूले पनि सेयर गर्छ कि।
Beyond artistic concerns, experts warn that uploading personal pictures to AI platforms could lead to concerns over data security and ownership rights, as many users may not fully understand how their data is stored or used.
मनबाटै तिमी आर्टिस्ट हो, म आफूलाई म जेन्युन आर्टिस्ट हो भनेर सोच्छौ भने यु विल नट टेक एनी अफ दिस सर्टकट्स होइन। यु विल लर्न फ्रम इट बट यु विल नट लाइक अब हुन्छ नि मलाई आज हात बनाउन आएन, म एआईले गर्दाखेरि म हात एउटा सानो पिस चाहिँ म आज चिटिङ गरिदिन्छु भनेर त्यसरी चाहिँ सर्टकट चाहिँ लिँदैन। तिमी आउनुभन्दा अगाडि हजारौँ लाखौँ आर्टिस्टहरू आएका थिएन, जसरी नै उनीहरूले घुँडा टेकेर मेहनत गरेको थियो, तिमीले पनि मेहनत गर्यो भने काहीँ न काहीँ पुग्छ।
As AI continues to evolve, the discussion over its role in the arts intensifies. Is it a new creative tool or a threat to traditional artistry?
That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.